Hello everyone, and welcome back to World of Warships Blitz with Terry. Today we are finally tying up a loose end. Yes, I know, it's been a long time coming, but there's always been something else that's been going on and that I kind of had to jump on and explore. But today we are finally looking at the Z52, or Z52, the final destroyer in the German destroyer line. Z52 didn't exist, which is surprising because Z51 did. These were 1942C model destroyers, and this was the final destroyer model that the Germans actually designed and started building, at least in the case of Z51. These ships were having diesel engines, and they had pretty advanced guns with radar-directed fire, plus a somewhat substantial upgrade in terms of anti-aircraft firepower. But the Germans never got around to finishing her because they probably needed the place for submarines. They did have the half-finished hull floating around, and it was eventually sunk by bombing raids. But they did try to get the designs of the C subclass which was the final design, to the Japanese on board of a submarine, together with some Me262 plans and parts. But the submarine never made it there. The Germans surrendered at the end of the war, so the submarine as well surrendered, and the plans and never reached the Japanese, which probably wouldn't have changed anything because the Japanese would not really necessarily have had the industrial capacity to do anything about it either. But that was the end of German destroyer investment. And yes, strangely enough, we don't get Z51, which would have actually been a ship that existed. Instead, we get Z52, which is hypothetically the same thing, but was never built. Right, so if you are not familiar with the concept of this Road 2 series, normally when I test a ship or review a ship, I play somewhere between 5 and 15 games with it, and then record these, pick some that best show the capabilities of said ship, and then do a commentary over it afterwards. This is going to be slightly different today, because today you're going to see me play my very first game in the Z52. And I'll be doing a live commentary, and whatever comes. I might do a actual full review or a couple more follow-on videos, because I have heard that the ship seems to be rather popular. But let's begin with actually purchasing the Z52. So I've never played the ship. I don't even have it in press account. We're just going to spend some free XP, because this is my press account. And we're going to purchase ourselves a Z52. There we go. All right. Now, the very first thing we're going to be doing is, so don't take anything I say here as like final or in any way, because I've never tried the ship. I've never played the ship. I've never tested the ship. And honestly, I haven't been playing German destroyers in ages, so I might be a bit rusty. But don't treat it as a review, more as a very first impression. Let's compare the Z46 and the 52. The 52 gets a better engine boost, gets an additional sonar and an additional smoke screen. That's good. Gets more hit points, but other than that, still the same rugged construction. Speed is the same. Maneuverability is comparable. Guns are identical, actually. 6 guns, but slightly better range and slightly more damage on both HE and AP. One thing that's always that seems to throw people off is that the German destroyer guns actually have a relatively good fire chance. I mean, you probably still shouldn't be using HE on them, but if you do need to set something on fire at long range and you can't target weak spots to do full damage, 4% fire chance isn't terrible, and a 4-second reload is pretty decent. The torpedoes do a bit more damage and have a bit more range, but other than that, it's pretty comparable again. She has slightly better AA. They did group a bunch of, I believe, 55mm guns around the funnel, and that might be the small caliber AA actually. The main guns were sort of supposed to be dual purpose, but they never really got that to work properly. And the concealment is a bit worse. Okay, so a pretty linear progression, I would say. So first things first, we're going to put some, we're going to do some upgrading. I'll be right back. Okay, and we're done. So what kind of elite bonus can we get ourselves? Main battery or torpedo? Yeah, that's not really a question, is it? Main battery it is. I can't remember how I set up the Z46. Let's have a quick look. I did go with reload, so that's probably something I'm going to be doing here as well. They look reasonably similar, but this is a pretty ship. Looks 4 guns forward, which is nice. All right, so let's put equipment in. Yeah, I'm gonna go with main battery reload. What is the turret rotation on these? 24 degrees per second. That should be sufficient. Yeah, let's go for the reload, and then acceleration and concealment, obviously. And that brings us down to just under 6 kilometers, which isn't great, but is workable with the torpedo range, and other than that we'll be going gunboating and a 3.69 second base reload. All right, we are going to put some supplies in. We're going to go concealment, reload, and speed, and a standard destroyer set here. And we're going to bring the commander over from the if I can find him, there he is, from the Z46. Assign him here. I am going to spend the free XP to get him sorted. He's still on level 8. It's not really anything. We could get the engine boost skill, but yeah, it's. I think it's okay. Let's just have a quick look. Let's have a quick look on the commander skills. I have not gone for the additional sonar by the looks of it. How many sonars did we get? Hang on. We get 3, so that's okay, I think. So we don't need an additional one. Definitely preheating. Although people have been discussing that preheating may not be the best skill. It does give a speed boost at the beginning of the battle, but then afterwards it's pretty useless. You could go for the high alert for damage control. I quite like this because it allows me to get into positions faster at the beginning, which can be quite important at times. Victorious charge because reasons. There's nothing else really, and I do like the Daredevil skill on destroyers, especially on gunboats. Fully prepared because there's nothing else, and the Mistweaver to get to use the smoke screens more effectively. And we now have 2 of them, so that does make sense. Eventually, definitely the APCS skill, even though it's a destroyer, but it's a German destroyer, and these guns are quite nice. The historical camo. If I'm not expecting somebody who just unlocked the ship to spend 6,000 gold to get the historical camo. That would give us range, traverse, and surface detection. That would be good. We're going to sail with the standard camo for now, but given that it's a tier 10, I would assume that somebody might eventually be tempted to put it on, and I'll probably do that for a follow-up video, but for now we're just going to go out with this. So, there we are in our brand new tier 10 destroyer, and I'm going to get myself into the very first game and then we'll see what happens. What could possibly go wrong? Now, I would usually go and do a bot battle first just to test the ship out, but in this case we're just going flat out for it. It's what's the time right now? It's about noon here, so hopefully it's not completely deserted on the Asian server, and it's Sunday today, so I do hope that we can encounter some actual players and we're not just going to be up against bots here. But yeah, you never know what you'll be facing, so we'll be ready. Well, it looks like it's a decent amount of people in tier 10 still, and the matchmaker hasn't immediately thrown me into a bot game, which is somewhat promising. You never know how this goes. Yeah, still waiting. Yeah, I've heard that this and the day. Okay, there we go. Full game. Schlieffen, Minnesota, Venezia, Yuyang, Shimakaze, Somers, and Gearing. Okay, and it's epicenter. Oh, wow. Okay, Venezia is a problem. Everything else we should be okay with. So, yeah, no carriers, and we're in a German destroyer. So that, if I'm not completely potatoing this, which is entirely possible, that might go reasonably well. Okay, let's switch armor piercing, engine boost up. We do have, what do we have? Daring, Gibraltar. I need to double daring. I need to do a review on the Gibraltar. Where am I going? Just center. I'm probably just going to go center. Torpedoes on narrow spread. Yeah, I do need to take a look at the Gibraltar. I'll get to that. Don't worry. I know it exists. I just haven't had the time to test the ship yet. So, okay, we are not capping outer ring. So there are at least 2 enemy ships in the outer. There are actually 2 enemy ships in the outer ring. Let's see if the. Okay, there are exactly 2 ships in the outer ring. Let's see about the middle ring. Okay, nobody in the middle ring. And 1 ship in the middle ring. Yeah, 1 ship in the middle ring. So 1 destroyer is what 2 ships in the middle ring. Okay, so I'm going to be outnumbered here, which means I am going to have to probably abandon this because if the Darings aren't pushing with me, let's see, they might be able to outspot me. So we're going to have to. Okay, nobody in the center. Nobody in the center. Okay, there's the Yu Yang. Okay, there come some torpedoes. Oh, that could hurt. Yeah, that was a predictive launch. Okay, we just took 1. Alright, full on ahead, smoke, hydro, and fire at the Sommers. Who's radaring me? Do you Young have radar? Can't remember. Possibly. But we should be able to get Sommers out of that. Might get Sommers killed. Okay, Sommers is down, Gearing takes him down. Engine boost out of here. There's another Gearing over there. And that could have gone worse, could have gone better, but could have gone worse. Sorry for the frequent zooming in and out. Okay, I do need to get used to the gun layout again, to the gun handling again. Okay, Gearing is he beached? No, he hasn't beached. But my hydro's on cooldown. But we have managed to chase him out of there, so that went okay. Could have gone better. Yeah, predictive torps, I should have probably known better. This is tier 10, people do that sort of thing. Okay, let's see if we can hunt down that Gearing. Hello. Okay, more lead, Terry, more lead. These guns need a little bit of time to get there. And probably not broadside onto whatever is going to be shooting at us here. Okay, Gearing does not want to stick around. Reverse. Don't want to get too close. Not to the Gearing. I'm not afraid of Gearing, but the Venezia I'm careful about. And he is sitting somewhere on the baseline there. But our friendly Gearing, we've got some hit points recovered. Our friendly Gearing is helping out. We are holding the center cap, so this initial push has worked well. Okay, there come some torpedoes, some more torpedoes. So we're just going to have to slow down and dodge that stuff. Okay, that's done. Alright, and there is, yeah, okay, there's the Gearing and Minnesota. Let's keep focusing on the Gearing. There's Venezia, that's that thing I'm scared of, but yeah, there it comes. Nope, do not want, get away from me. Alright, and let's drop some torpedoes on Venezia in a general direction. And there is Gearing somewhere there. I thought I would have been undetected actually, but I think Venezia has got other problems right now. Is he firing at someone else? I don't know, but I don't want to be here. Engine boost, yeah, they go. Ow. Stop shooting me! Stupid Venezia. Okay, I am not gonna go undetected. So I'm gonna smoke up here. I got a couple of torpedo hits, but I need to. I think Venezia. Yeah, Venezia got the reload. That smoke was absolutely necessary. That Venezia was very much wants me dead. Where's Gearing going? Gearing's coming out. Hello, Mr. Gearing. And not hung around in the smoke screen because he might have dropped. Shot his rudder off. Where's Venezia going? Venezia is kind of coming out here, so drop torpedoes and then get the heck out of here, because that Venezia wants me killed. Yeah, there he comes again. That's the beauty of running a press account. You tend, or of being somewhat known. But I mean, I'm also the closest target, so I do need to get out of here. I'm out of heals, I'm out of everything, and I don't want to play with that Venezia. Someone else needs to kill that. But there is a Schlieffen. Hello, Mr. Schlieffen. He's shooting someone else. We did get 2 more torpedo hits, I believe, on the Venezia. Can we damage the Schlieffen? That was not taking anything. And there's Shima as well. But we should be able to get these guys killed. Okay. It's auto secondaries from the Schlieffen, obviously, but armor piercing into the bow section. Schlieffen dead. Not want to be on fire right now. And I'm out of hydros, so we're going to go bow in against Shima. And we can drop probably just 2 wide spreads here, just in case he gets out of there. And other than that, we'll just utilize our guns. Let's see where Shima is going. Hydro up. Just in case he's got torpedoes away. Where is he going? Where are you going, Shima? Yeah, there come the torpedoes, full on reverse. He's not stupid, he's not running into mine, but I'm not stupid, I'm not running into his either. Where are you going, Shima? Are you coming out? He doesn't know where I am, but he is spotted. So there come the torpedoes. I should be safe from those. He does smoke up, but unfortunately now he's going forward. Is he going forward? Yeah, he's going forward. Okay, come on. We won on points anyway. Okay, yeah, I could have gone better. But I could also have gone worse. I think as things go, that was probably pretty average, but I like this ship. It's a good combination of armor-piercing firepower, smoke screens. Obviously, you do have to be careful with things like Venezias and such. But we've got a couple torpedo hits in. We've done some damage with the guns. Yeah, it wasn't a huge damage numbers, but honestly, no one's done huge damage numbers. I think with the whole team's been doing pretty well. The enemy Schlieffen has done a crap load of them. What has he been killing? He must have been killing our Gibraltar and the Großer Kurfürst pretty easily. Otherwise, how on earth did he end up with 120,000 points of damage? But yeah, sailing around the outside doing damage doesn't help you if your destroyers are not capable of holding the center cup. So all in all, that went pretty well. Anyway, I will be practicing a little bit with the ship and getting a couple more battles. See what, like I said, see what they can. What she can do, what I can find that shows off her capabilities. And it still feels like a pretty good general purpose destroyer to me. So not something that enemy destroyers want to tangle with at close range. If it wasn't for that Venezia, I would have had a lot easier time in the onset dealing with enemy destroyers. Anyway, that's it for me today. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.